My name is Joe Inslee, and on today's episode of Monday's Monarch, we're going to talk about who was Rehoboam. Rehoboam is an Old Testament king that a lot of people don't know much about. So today I'm going to give you a 5-minute down and dirty on who was Rehoboam. If you like my content, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel using the link below. Rehoboam. Rehoboam was an old Israelite king, and he reigned in about mid-10th century BC. You can find him in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12 and 14. You'll also find him in the book of 2 Chronicles, chapters 12 through 14, and you can also find him on Wikipedia. During the time of Rehoboam's reign, there was other things going on in the world. So for you history buffs, this was the same time as the Zhou dynasty in China, which was the longest running dynasty China ever had. And it's also the time of the Mayans. And the head honcho of the Mayans was this guy named Snakejaw. I don't know anything about Snakejaw, but when I read that he was the head honcho of the Mayans and his name was Snakejaw, I had to do a shout out to my boy Snakejaw of the Mayans. Rehoboam got signed on as the king of Israel when he was 41 years old. Now, as soon as Rehoboam was signed on king, this guy named Jeroboam comes out of hiding. Now, Jeroboam had been chilling out in Egypt because he had had a little tiffy-tiffy with King Solomon, who was the predecessor to King Rehoboam, who we're talking about now. So Rehoboam's king, Jeroboam, comes out of hiding from Egypt, and he basically has this proposal for King Rehoboam.
Hey, can we have less taxes and fair labor laws, please?
So Rehoboam waves his magic scepter and says, "Give me 3 days and I will reply." So Rehoboam, he goes back to his chambers. It's his first decision as king. He's got to do the right thing, right? So he gathers together all of his father's old counselors, all the guys that helped King Solomon through his successful reign, get into the room with Rehoboam. Rehoboam says, "Hey, Jeroboam's back from Egypt, and he wants fair taxes and better labor laws. What do you guys think?" Now the old counselors, as the name suggests, old counselors, they're some pretty wise dudes. So they tell Rehoboam, "Look, dude, be nice to this guy. If you can do this, he will be loyal to you forever. A big boost for your new king economy," right? So that's all fine and good, but Rehoboam is like, "Screw you guys, I want to talk to my friends." So Rehoboam hauls in his old high school buddies. Literally, the kids he used to bully other kids with on the playground, this is who he calls in. And so he tells them, "Yo, Jeroboam.
Hey, can we have less taxes and fair labor laws, please?"
And his friends are like, "Lay it on thick, son. Let him know who's the boss. Give it to this man." Rehoboam doesn't do the right thing. Rehoboam is like most other idiots who still hang out with their high school friends when they're 41 years old, and he follows the wrong guy's advice. So he then starts a chain that becomes his legacy.
So first off, he lays it on thick. He lets him know, "I'm going to be heavy-handed. This is going to be way worse than my dad." He causes a split in the nation of Israel, right? So we're just a few weeks into being king here, and all of a sudden we split the nation of Israel. Now we got some northern tribes, we got a country of Israel now, so he decides he's going to go to war. Because that's a brilliant idea. So Rehoboam, he marches out to war, and fortunately some good guys come from the Lord and they're like, "This is a terrible idea. You got to stop this." And he stops this. But the country's still all split up. And then he decides, you know what, since I can't have a war, I'm going to make like Aaron and have me some golden calves.
What is with Israelites and golden calves? A little longer into King Rehoboam's reign. The country's kind of messed up now. They got some golden calves. They're not worshiping God. A prophet comes to Rehoboam. Lord sends him a prophet, and the prophet decides to call him out. He says, "Rehoboam, you've messed up. You're not doing this right." So Rehoboam is like, "Seize him!" And then the prophet's like, "Paralyze his hand!" And so Rehoboam's hand gets straight up paralyzed. Now, Rehoboam does like most little toddlers do when they get caught. He says he's sorry. The prophet calls on the Lord to fix his hand. Rehoboam's hand gets fixed, but he doesn't go slapping prophets no more. But it's really not a great deal here. Rehoboam is not helping his country. After 17 years of Rehoboam's reign, we're told that there was constant war during Rehoboam's time. Not a great legacy. Also, when the little sculpting dudes came out to write the little scribbles on his headstone for when he died, here's the legacy they wrote about King Rehoboam.
"He was buried when he died."
So that's really like a nice political way of saying,
He didn't do much that was very good.
that's your 5 minutes on what you need to know about King Rehoboam on Monday's Monarch. Be sure to subscribe and share with your friends.